Welcome to Concrete Block, the podcast where we dive into the latest news and current events from around the world. We've got a lot to cover, so let's get started. We're coming to you live today with an update on the situation in the Middle East, where tensions between Iran, Israel, and Lebanon continue to escalate. The conflict has been ongoing for months, with both sides trading blows and accusations. At the center of it all is the Lebanese militant group Hezbollah, which has been a major player in the region for decades. According to recent reports, Iranian leaders are confident that they can defend Hezbollah, despite the group's significant losses in recent years. This shift in dynamics has led some analysts to question whether Iran's proxies, including Hezbollah, are still an effective deterrent against the United States and Israel. One expert, Daniel Byman, a professor at Georgetown University, argues that Iran's proxies have become more of an obligation than an asset. While they continue to threaten Israel and the United States, they no longer inspire the same level of caution as they once did. This has significant implications for the region, as Iran may feel emboldened to take more aggressive action. Meanwhile, in Lebanon, there are concerns about the impact of the conflict on civilians. Many have been displaced or injured in the fighting, and there are fears that the situation could spiral out of control. As we continue to monitor the situation, it's clear that the conflict is complex and multifaceted. We'll be keeping a close eye on developments and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. We'll be right back with more of today's top news on Concrete Block. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We are diving into a developing story that's got the world watching. The Strait of Hormuz, a critical waterway in the Middle East, has become a hotspot for tensions between the US and Iran. Yesterday, a cargo ship was damaged by a drone attack, which the US attributes to Iran. This incident has sparked a significant response from the US military. According to reports, US aircraft have struck Iranian missile and drone storage locations, as well as coastal radar sites. The U.S. sees this action as a necessary response to the drone attack on the cargo ship, which President Donald Trump describes as a foolish violation of the ceasefire agreement between the two nations. It's essential to understand that the situation in the Strait of Hormuz is complex and has been escalating over time. Iran has been challenging the U.S. and other countries over its control of this critical waterway, which is vital for global oil trade. The current interim deal between the U.S. and Iran aims to find a peaceful resolution, but it's clear that there are still significant challenges to overcome. As we analyze this situation, it is crucial to consider multiple perspectives. The U.S. views the drone attack as a provocation, while Iran might see the U.S. response as an overreaction. The international community is watching closely, hoping for a de-escalation of tensions to avoid further conflict. We'll continue to monitor this story and provide updates as more information becomes available. For now, it's clear that the situation in the Strait of Hormuz remains volatile, with significant implications for global politics and trade. Welcome back to Concrete Block. We're closing out today's show with a developing story that's been making waves in the global shipping community. The Strait of Hormuz, a critical waterway connecting the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea, has been at the center of tensions between Iran and the U.S. Recently, a ceasefire was announced, and shipping traffic began to flow through the strait once again. However, a setback occurred when a container ship operated by Taiwan's Evergreen was attacked, prompting the United Nations International Maritime Organization to temporarily pause its evacuation initiative. According to IMO Secretary General Arsenio Dominguez, some 115 vessels and around 2,500 seafarers were able to sail through the strait before evacuations were paused. The organization is now working with countries, including Oman, the U.S., and Iran, to resume the evacuation of hundreds of ships and thousands of stranded seafarers. Dominguez emphasized that his main priority is to ensure the safe passage of vessels through the strait and that he's having conversations with all parties involved to find guarantees that ships will not be targeted. Tehran has reasserted its right to control shipping in the critical waterway, warning its Gulf neighbors against siding with Washington. The IMO is investigating the reasons behind the ship attack and estimates that there are around 80 explosive mines present in the central section of the strait, making it currently unusable. Dominguez noted that it will take a few weeks to evacuate the remaining vessels, but he's hopeful that operations can resume soon. As the situation continues to unfold, it's essential to remain informed and up to date on the latest developments. The Strait of Hormuz is a vital artery for global trade, and any disruptions can have far-reaching consequences. We'll be keeping a close eye on this story and bringing you updates as more information becomes available. That's all for today's Concrete Block. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, stay informed.